So I've been watching a couple of videos of Brian Withers for the last few months, and I think it's finally starting to click and actually starting to materialize in the world slowly. Because this is just like going to the gym, starting to exercise, losing that body fat percentage that you've been wanting to lose, or gaining the muscle mass, or maybe it's you wanting to run 5k in less than 20 minutes. Like that shit takes so much time, and it takes daily effort and rest also. But this is more of a mental strength, mental gymnasium, as one of my friends calls it. And it's basically this idea that everything that happens in life is a choice. You have a choice to perceive anything that happens to you as something negative or as something positive. And all the time, when something happens to you, you are infinitely left in this crossroad of choosing to see this event that has happened to you as something negative and letting yourself get down, being mad, being angry, being mad at the world. If you choose to believe in karma, which I don't, thinking that this happened to you because you deserve it. Or you can look at this as a lesson, as they say, as a lesson in disguise. And it might take you some time. It might be extremely hard for you, so hard that you don't actually want to do it. Like, it's so easy to just stay on this side and use your lizard brain to rationalize that you deserve to be mad and that the world is not fair. It's so comfortable to place the blame on everything and everyone but yourself. But if you constantly keep choosing to stay on this side of the bed, you will start to slowly become a heavier person. And I don't mean like weight, like physical weight. You will start to be spiritually worn down, and it'll be so, you might even start to push people away in your life. Like, someone might realize that, yeah, you have some positive qualities, but you perpetually decide to look at life through this negative lens. And this is basically you blocking every ounce of abundance, every opportunity that life wants to throw at you. And when you decide that even though you have a flat tire, even though you've been scammed or you got fired from your job, even though you don't have as much money as you would like, even though you don't have the job that you would like right now, even though you're in pain, even though X, Y, or Z is happening, you decide, because it's a choice that you can always make. You decide that this is good, that this is happening for you to do something about it, and you might not see that answer instantly. It might take you a couple of weeks, a couple of months, maybe even years. But at the same time, you might stay in this negative state of mind for a couple of days, weeks, months, or maybe even a whole lifetime, as some people sadly do. So this infinite why is very beautiful because it reminds you that you always have a choice, and that choice is best made for me in the morning, because if I don't make that choice in the morning, then the day will just keep progressing and things will start to happen. You might get like the flat tire, you might get fired, and if you don't make that choice in the morning, if you don't willfully decide to stay in that state of mind, then you run the risk of just like tilting, and it's hard to get out of a tilted state of mind when you're angry, when you basically lose hope. That, like, what's the fucking point? If I'm gonna die, then why if everybody's gonna die, then what's the point of all of this? And it just gets like really, um, what's the word? It just you become this pessimistic piece of shit. So thank you, Brian Withers, because it's 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 beautiful to be able to wake up every day and just remind myself that things are on the way. Things are on the way and things are already here, even though you can't physically see it. Like, you have to just constantly remind yourself and think that you're going crazy, because if you tell someone who does not understand these things, they will actually think that you're crazy, and they'll think like, how can this person think that they're rich and that they're so healthy and that they have everything that they want when they clearly don't have it? But that is just a judgment of someone else placed on yourself. So no one has a right to tell you that everything that you believe. If you want to believe that you are rich, and this is not just about money, like, richness is not only about money, but money is not bad. It's not bad to think of yourself as a rich person. But you can apply this to all aspects of life and just believe that you are rich again and again and again and again, until your thoughts and your actions start to calibrate, and they will align, because your actions will be that of someone who is rich, and you will eventually, as they say, we will eventually start to attract richness. But this came months, maybe even years before the thing actually happened. And the point of doing all of this is that every step along the way, every step along the journey, you enjoyed it. Because even though I've heard it, probably you've heard it a million times, like, the process is the point, like, the journey is the way, or enjoy the process. When have you really stopped and asked yourself if you are enjoying the process? Like, maybe you've been lying to yourself, as I have in the past, that I wasn't even enjoying it because I was so anxious and in such a hurry to actually get the thing, that the hurriness and the anxiousness is the thing that's blocking me from getting the thing. Because the thing does not want to come to me in this state of mind. It knows that I do not deserve to get the thing if I don't believe that when I don't have the thing, I need it. I really don't. I know that, like, I don't even think I know that I don't need it. And it's the not needingness that gets you the thing. So this is this is so fun and so paradoxical. Sometimes, if you've been educated, if you've been indoctrinated with this inside the box way of being, if all your life you were told that you were supposed to do things and that you were supposed to be a certain way, it's really, really, really difficult to change and to disintegrate all of these beliefs that were placed upon you since you were 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old, and that you actually bought into. When you're older, it's like every day just pushing through a wall of beliefs in order for you to get to the other side, where it's just blissful, and it's just like every day is joyous expansion, every day is fun, every day is a playground where you get to decide, where you get to create. This is what empowers us. And when you realize that you are an infinite being, when you are an infinite being who gets to decide what you are subject to, what you are candidate to, and by this I mean, like, if you are a candidate to a certain illness, if you are a subject to getting sick, if you are afraid of getting sick, when you decide that you are an infinite being and that you are not subject and that you are not a candidate, that we are not candidates to sickness, to an illness, your body literally receives that frequency and it operates on it, and you basically become untouchable.